high vibrations and happiness. This is AnJuan, your hero.
And this is Butterfly Spirit.
Alright, so took the Reiki Level 1 class. The last video, I had a list. So, questions that people always have. Questions that we look for before we go to attend Reiki. Can you actually feel something with Reiki? Can you feel the energy? Yes, you can. Okay? I felt it. And I'll get into that. So, but I'm going to go ahead and give you the quick experience of what happened with the class and the little history stuff that we got. Alright? Okay, then we're going to get into Butterfly Spirit 314's experience. Okay, so basically, first thing I did before I went though, I wanted to get my favorite crystals and keep the ones on my hands, on my wrist that I always wear when I try to astral project, because I also want my favorite crystals to get the energy as well, and plus the ones I always wear. That might have helped, I don't know. So let me show you which ones I got. This is a gift, Tiger's Eye, okay? And I got this from Butterfly Spirit 314 when I got off work as a gift, okay? So the Egyptian's Tiger Eye. This here, Solar Light. It's supposed to help you talk better. This here is an amethyst. It's supposed to help you have psychic abilities in the course, help you with that. And this here is your clear quartz, which is supposed to make things better. Now, those are the ones I always wear. Now, how about my favorite crystals? Of course, this is one of my favorites. And the ones that I try to astral project with sometimes. The ones that always feel good in my hands that make me feel happy. These. Right here. I like holding this. This one always makes me feel happy when I'm working on astral projection and practicing. This egg here, something about the sphere of it, the roundness. It makes me feel happy while holding this. And then this. It's big, it's nice and purple, and I like the way it looks. And I like the way it looks. It feels great. It almost feels round. It feels great. It looks like a little pyramid, and I like that. So these are my favorite ones. Okay? I even meditate with these without trying to astral project. So I put these in my pocket. Okay? Now, the good news is, they did receive the energy. So, because I received it, and it was on me. Alright, so went to the class, okay? And there was only me and another guy there. Right off the bat, there's a lady named Ann there. Her eyes caught me, and I looked at her and I was like, okay, something's different about her. I didn't tell nobody. I mean, they don't gotta know what my inside thoughts are. But her, I was like, okay, her eyes are a little different. So it turns out throughout the experience, things were different about her. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed read this stuff. Okay, so here we go. So Usui Reiki, this is the notes that we had to take, or we didn't have to, but I did. So Usui Reiki, Ryono, Usui Spiritual Energy Healing Method, Dr. Makai Usui Timeline. Born Japan 1865, died 1926, married with 2 children, born girl, raised with Buddhist teachings, along with Tendai Mikyo, Shintoism, martial arts, Buddhism, Shugendo. Okay, he became a Tendai lay priest, group meetings. He was an honorable Japanese gentleman teacher, and businessman, highly respected. Passed his teachings to approximately 17 others. Through master and teacher. Studied Qi Kung in his 20s, or as some call it, Qigong, which means energy balancing system. Qi equals energy, Kung equals long practice. Okay, so basically energy long practice. He also began active meditation, healing. Hold on. Woo! Okay, healing at this time, although not public. His Zen training is what led him to Mount Karuma, to Satori, state of spiritual enlightenment, 21 days fasting. Okay, he did the dry fast with the no water and the no food. Okay, So it is thought he may have taught as many as 2,000 students. It is also possible he asked Dr. Chujiro to open the first public clinic. From Dr. Chujiro to Mrs. Hawayo Takata, who brought Reiki healing to the West. All right, got that bit of experience. Well, history. Okay, so next thing, we got something that look like this. Okay, heaven, heart, and earth. Okay, so basically, there's three foundation used by Diamond of Reiki, Dr. Usui. Okay, so up here, basically, there's no chakra system. So that was later, like I read you in the history. Okay, so you got, like I said, you got the heaven key, heart key, and then the earth key. So I wrote down a little bit of notes. It said he connected with the heaven key, heart key, and earth key, and balanced his body, which is what it's all about. So it's all about balance your body. So lady, the teacher, Lauren McCanahan said, why need the chakra system that was created by another only because people want more? She said, all you need is this. When doing Reiki, focus on your breathing. So kind of like meditation. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of experience that she told us. So you're still getting experiences, not just hers and mine. You're going to get more evidence of this Reiki working. All right. So that's what my channel is about. That evidence, that real world experience. All right. So Sanskrit, something I wrote down. Sanskrit, okay, was before the Bible was written. I love that nice history. Okay, Reiki, wonderful blessing, is to do over your food. One thing she said. Now, so the teacher's microwave didn't work. She tried unplugging it and plugging it back in. It didn't work. But after she used Reiki energy on it, the microwave started right up. Something that she did. 10 to 15 minutes of Reiki on yourself per day is recommended. Her teacher's son, okay, the teacher's son, okay, he broke his collarbone. She did Reiki on it without him knowing it, okay? But her son was screaming for surgery. The doctor took a look and told her son, you don't need surgery because your collarbone is healing on its own already. Boom. Okay. So that's basically the gist of some of the stuff that happened. Now, we basically all, the experience of the class before the attunement. The attunement was the last thing, okay? So the experience of the class, everybody shared a little bit of their stories through people breaking the ice. You had a girl named Anne who's been practicing, I think, 20 years or something. She was practicing energy, I guess, energy work, and she practiced her energy work along with her massage work. Is what she did. And everybody, she was the same girl that I was telling y'all about that had something different was about her eyes because her pupils were so small. And most of her eye, you know how you have, when you look closely in your eye in the mirror, you see all those lines? She didn't really have those lines, you know, so I was like, okay, your eyes are a little bit different. But that's what she did. And so basically there was a guy there, Keith, there was an Asian woman, there was, almost everybody had kids, and almost all the women had kids that was single mothers. But they didn't talk about husbands, none of that, but it is the way that it is, I guess. We was the only black people there, okay? There was, like I said, one Asian, and the rest was white. All right, so we all had to stood up, we all had to rub our hands together, like this, to try to feel the energy, okay? Some of that stuff you already know from other YouTube videos, but you gotta rub your hands together. And we tried to feel, first we tried to feel a little cushion, a cushion of energy from our own hands. Now, that felt easy. I felt like, okay, I got this. But the moment I had to try and feel the cushion on somebody else's hands, I couldn't do it. I mean, I thought that I thought it was going to be easy. I thought I was going to be able to feel their body heat. I mean, for crying out loud, we're doing this first. If you go ahead and do this right now, it gets warm. Okay? See, I was really thinking, all right, I'm going to feel the heat coming off of their hand, and that must be the energy. But I straight didn't. So, must be something else to this. So, just letting y'all know that. Tried it. That expectation was not met. Okay, so we all went through explaining a little bit about ourselves and gave our names. Now here comes the cool part. We took a break, got a little something to eat. I decided to eat the one thing that gives me energy the most. Fruit cocktail, mixed fruit. I got a little cup, and it was like natural with no syrup, not even no light syrup, no syrup. Okay, just fruit juice. All right. So I ate that. My lady here had a Lunchable. Okay, so what happened was that we went to this table, and everybody had a turn and started saying their experiences. But when we went to the table, a person would lay down on the table. Okay, they prepped their little knees up. They laid down in the astral projection position. You basically lay down like plank. Okay, no arms touching your sides, nothing crossed. Okay. Now, when doing the Reiki, you're not supposed to cross your hands. Apparently, that cuts off the energy flow. Okay? This gathers energy, and Qigong gathers energy. Okay, so when they was laying down on the table, one lady, she ended up crying when after everybody held their hands out. Okay, they did this for a while, and they had their hands out. And then sometimes you got to do it again to get that feeling, and then you put your hands out. Okay? And when you got to have your hands like this. So this apparently ruins the energy. Holding it like this is better. Okay, and you can even cup it like that. It's supposed to be better. So people was saying they felt some warmth. Some people felt some tingling. Some people felt some coolness. Okay, working on the different people. Okay, now because she went before me, go ahead and give them your experience.
I thought you were going to talk about your experience first. That's what you told them.
Okay, we'll do it. Okay, I was last. I went last. Okay, and here we go. Now because with astral projecting and because I couldn't feel the energy with the other person's hands, I was like, dang, I got a problem. I can't feel no energy. Okay, so as soon when I lay down, when I closed my eyes, I lay down on the table, I closed my eyes. I went to the astral projection like position, like I said, no hands touching, nothing, no legs or no arms crossed. So then, immediately, it was like this feeling of pressure. Like when everybody started all at once, man, it was like this type of feeling, like okay, if you ever seen the anime Bleach, when they emit that spiritual pressure, and as you can see the people kind of going down like this, and they actually have this pressure on them, that's what that felt like. It's like going really deep in the water and feeling the water pressure all around you. So then I was like, well, okay, so this is really real, something actually happening. Everybody actually has energy. I can feel it. It's pushing me down. It reminded me of the dream I had where my body, my soul came out of my body, and my body was my gravity took a really big hold on my body whenever this big sun appeared in a dream, and it felt like that. But then something else happened. It felt super duper familiar because I kept feeling like it was like a death ceremony, and that's what it felt like. That's what the memory was. And I felt like there was a line of people that knew me, and they was each touching me, and I felt like they was angels, but people. I don't know why I'm calling them angels, but I'm just gonna tell you exactly how it went in my mind. They were people that knew me, and I knew them, but for some reason, and they looked like people, but I'm calling them angels, but they looked like people. Okay, and that. I felt like this heat, and I also felt this heat on my head, and it was like really strong, and I felt this like electricity bit on my left arm. Okay, so boom, I'm feeling stuff. There's the answer. Okay, then I basically got up and I told everybody about what it felt like and how it felt like a ceremony and how it felt like I lived here before, like I lived before. I died before. It felt like it was a death. And it's weird because if there's a death, why would my soul know what that is? If I'm supposed to be dead, and my soul has left that body, so that's interesting for me. Butterfly spirit, want to tell them your experience?
Let's see. As far as the thing where we were trying to feel people's like energy when we were trying to put our hands like close to people's hands like this or whatever and try to feel people's hands like this or whatever, then like I didn't really feel any energy from people. And I didn't really let that bother me so much or whatever, even though I did it with a couple people and I still didn't feel the energy from them. I just kind of said, okay, well, maybe something will happen with that or whatever. So maybe it'll go somewhere. And I think eating lunch probably helped, I guess, because, well, for me, I only had half a bagel, so I didn't really have that. And I didn't have a lot of sleep either. So, maybe that has something to do with it.
I had a bowl of cereal before I first went. So.
And, for some reason, my neighbor this morning, he was like walking around like he does in the middle of the morning for no apparent reason.
She means like 6:45 a.m. is what she's talking about. 6:45 a.m.
or something, but
until like 8.
I think he got a demon in him. But anyway, that's just me. But because he do the most obnoxious shit. But anyway, for me, I didn't really have a lot of energy. The only energy I really had was from the bagel. And then like, luckily I gathered energy before I went to the Reiki class. So I actually had gathered energy, using Qigong. So I was good with that. And it gave me the energy to get through the class, but the lunch helped a lot. Like Aon said, we did some history and stuff, went through it and stuff. My notes were different than his, but
you can get it for him if you want, and give him the different
no.
stuff.
I mean, no, it was.
It's up to her.
No, I don't. No, they're my notes.
Okay.
They're my personal notes. I don't share my notes with anybody. Just me. So anyway,
she might have did some notes on her channel. So go to Butterfly Spirit 314.
I didn't put notes on my channel. I talked about my experience though, but I talked about it long form of my experience. But
yeah.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? When it came to laying down on the table, I think that for me, laying on the table, one of the first things I noticed was that it's scary laying on the table, kind of, because you got a whole bunch of people around you and stuff, and there's like I think it was like 7 people around me and stuff, so it was kind of scary to me at first. I mean, the teacher was there, so she'd make like 9 or something, but oh wait, yeah, there was 7 people because I was one of the 8 people. So yeah, so 7 people standing around me and stuff. And the thing that kind of got to me was the fact that I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but I don't know if you've ever seen people do this, when they're standing over you, or the people in those movies and they're like, okay, what are we going to do to you type of stuff or whatever, and I just heard a whole bunch of hands do this, and I was like, okay, what's going to happen to me, like I didn't know. I was just kind of scared. And so what I had to do when I was laying on the table was I had to take a few deep breaths and stuff like that, just, try to center myself and stuff and breathe and stuff so I could, so I can keep calm and stuff, because at first I was kind of afraid, and, before today, I didn't know these people, so, I mean, naturally you're going to feel a little afraid. But, once it started, I closed my eyes and I just relaxed after breathing and stuff. Then I felt this wave of calmness kind of go over my body, so I was like, are you okay?
Go ahead, tell me.
So, you ain't thinking I'm making this up, are you?
No.
Oh. So, anyway,
They think you're making yours up. Imagine all the stuff they see on my YouTube channel.
So, what was happening was, is that there was like a wave of calmness that went over me and stuff like that. So I could kind of calm down. And then for me, I felt like, I felt, a wave of heat go over me and stuff like that. For me, it was more real with the heat wave that went over me because this room was cold. Um, and I had this jacket on, but I was cold.
That's true.
Still,
She said that to me.
So, like, for me, is feeling that heat wave, even though the room was cold, was different, and to me, it was a testament to the fact that there was some energy going on because it's not like when you're putting your hands over people, like when we're practicing, that you see the energy type of thing, because, it's not like that. It's one of those things where you just have to, like, trust it and believe it and have faith that it's actually, happening. But, like, to just feel the sensation of it happening to you, when people put their hands over you, that's altogether something different, and kind of prove to me that it actually is something, the case. For me, the girl he's talking about, Anne, or the lady or whatever, who was like massage therapy and did energy work, I could definitely tell her energy seemed very, warm and strong type of energy. And I think that was the effect with everybody. Except that one lady cried, though, so I think that was something. Some other people
She
didn't.
described she had an emotional release, she said to us, and then she went outside and talked on the phone. She really had she cried.
Well, she was crying and she needed some Kleenex and stuff. So for her, she said that she felt it was an emotional release and she felt like she had love around her or something like that, coming from us. And I mean, none of us know each other, but she just felt that love and coming from people. And I guess maybe she just doesn't get that, coming from people. So I guess us being around and, putting our energy, like combining our energy to her, I think it was
She
different.
must have been really hurting because prior to that, like I said, when we was going around describing ourselves and our names or whatnot, she had lost an ex-wife or something like that. So maybe that was still hurting her. Who knows?
So I guess that might have been something that, was the case with that. So, I mean, that was my experience on the table. I guess I felt the heat wave of warmth and stuff. For me, the warmth was something where, like, I felt like the warmth stayed, and I felt like for me, I could have just kind of went to sleep, type of thing on the table. And the teacher said that's kind of something that happens during Reiki, healings, is that people, they just go to sleep. And so for me, I felt like I could have went to sleep because, feeling that warmth and stuff, like it was like I was under a blanket. So, like a fluffy blanket. So
She
for me,
loves fluffy blankets and she loves to be warm. She go right to sleep.
so anyway, so I felt like it really did something for me and stuff, and I could definitely tell that, there was energy and stuff like that that was, going over me and stuff. But, I think maybe it was just like the lot of energy, the fact that everybody's energy was being put over the person. I think that's what made it significant.
We had Anne, a lady who was widowed, an Asian lady. The teacher always left. It was just us classmates doing this.
Yeah, the teacher the teacher did the first one with the person. It went over the person's body at first, but then
there was a lady wearing pink, the one that got emotional. The one with she didn't get emotional, but she had her emotional release, and then we had the guy. So, and then there was her. So there were 6 people on you.
Well, there were 7.
Oh, and the Asian lady.
Yeah, there's 7 people.
There were 7 people. Man, 7
because it's
chocolates.
8 people.
That's crazy.
It's 8 people.
Yeah.
In the class.
So 7 people on you. Okay, rubbing their hands and pushing, letting the Reiki energy flow to you. So now, do you want to go ahead and continue, or are we going to get into the Reiki attunement part?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Reiki attunement.
Okay, now, I thought I was going to, after having that big blow of experience, okay, and feeling all that energy all at once from everybody on my whole body that was like pushing me down, okay, like I said, go to the anime, look at Bleach, and look at what they look like when they emit spiritual pressure. Just imagine them laying down, though, and imagine it feeling good. Okay, so for the Reiki attunement, okay, I sat down and just like this, and I hold my hands in prayer position. And if you look on what a Reiki attunement looks like, you'll see this guy say check a raid a couple times, and some other stuff, and he writes some symbols and he blows. Okay, so the lady got behind me, and then she just kind of went down like 3 times, and I also had to hold my hands out and hold my hands open, okay, in prayer position, and then open it. Now, I was aware that she was actually doing a chakra thing. I was aware that she was doing that, but she never actually said chakra, okay? But I know that she was doing the chakra symbols, or whatever that is, okay? She was doing that.
Were your eyes open?
No.
Oh,
my
well,
eyes was
how
closed.
did you know if your eyes were?
Because my eyes was closed. It was just like this, and like this. I know because maybe I don't know, because I felt her draw it. Like I felt it on my body. I felt her mess with the energetic field I guess I had, and I felt it on my body. But she never touched me, and I felt it here. I felt her hand go in a circle, make the symbol. So I felt that. Okay, then and with my eyes closed, that's it. I did have a feeling, but I didn't feel a wave of energy. I didn't feel heat. I didn't feel no tingling. I didn't feel no coolness. But what I felt was a memory again, as if I already done this, and this was some type of ritual that I went through. As like this one felt Indian. Okay. It felt physical, like I went through this during a life of being some type of Indian, which is okay since my grandma on my mom's side is Cherokee and my grandma on my father's side is Blackfoot, so that's okay. I understand where that's coming from. It could have even been Egyptian. Apparently, during the DNA test, I've been like 50% Egyptian or something. So there's that. Okay, that was basically that was it. The Reiki attunement for me was short, and then after she explained hers, I'll get into the list that I had in my last video. All right, go ahead.
For me, it was just, it kind of went the same way that his did, except, like, for me, I didn't really notice her making the symbols. Like, I didn't take notice of that. I was too focused on just, like, keeping my mind clear and stuff. I felt her, like, with the, have her hands like this and stuff like that. And put her hands on my shoulders and my head and blow and stuff. But, like, I didn't really have any memories or anything like that. My mind was kind of clear, so I wasn't really, it didn't really trigger any, like, thing for me, But, I mean, for me, it's gonna probably take some time because I'm still tired and stuff. So, for me, I'm gonna wait and see what happens, and I'm not gonna, like, do anything. But you always have, like, the experiences and stuff, or whatever.
Now in the video where the guy was talking about Chuck Ray and he blows on you, that's true. But the lady did it. She did it behind me when it came to my head. She blew on my head. Now you see all this hair I got.
Well,
I felt a little type of way about it. I'm like, all right. I hope my hair smells good. I know I shampooed it, and I know I washed it and conditioned all that. So I hope my hair smells good because she was blowing in my head, And then same thing. Wherever she drew the symbols, she blew. So same. She also blew in my hands. Okay. Big puff. Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to add? I just wanted to let y'all know about that. They do blow on you.
Well, I think the difference between her and the video was just, like, she didn't, like, pinpoint exactly, like, chakras like the guy did on YouTube, where he'd say, like, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your third eye chakra, your crown chakra, and your hands chakra. So that was different.
For her, she's saying that she wants to leave that for level 2. She wants to get into the whole chakra system thing for level 2. So maybe that's why.
I feel like it would. Well, I guess she wants to keep it simple at first. She's kind of more a simplest, so I think that's great. I think, what was that about the teacher? The teacher is always, one thing that he didn't say is that the teacher, she's always been spiritual, so she kind of grew up spiritual, so she's always been a naturalist and into, like, different types of, spiritual practices and stuff like that.
And she's a big nature person as well as I. I'm a big nature person. She can tell you.
So like that was something with the teacher that was a bit, that was different, and stuff. And I think she did pretty good with the, I remember from the attunement, it was like she had warm hands. So
I didn't even feel that, y'all.
yeah, to me, she had warm hands, I guess, because maybe my hands I felt that she had warm hands. But, I mean, I think that's okay, though. I mean, I think that, like, I'm just kind of waiting and seeing, like, what happens next. Like, I know we're going to be doing, like, the Reiki level 2, next month in February. So we're going to be doing like the Reiki level 2 and level 3. Now with this seems like kind of level 1 was okay, but level 2, I don't know what we're going to expect with incorporating the chakras into it.
I really expect level 2 to blow her away because she's been working on chakras. Right?
Yeah, maybe that's going to be more for me. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
So it might be pretty crazy. I'm really excited about seeing what happens and stuff like that with level 2. Of course, I hope that level 2 starts on time, because our class went over. But, did you, what else you want to say?
You notice the time a lot more when you're hungry or when you got to go to the bathroom or go poop or something.
I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, did you want anything else you want to say before I get the list?
No.
All right, so we're going to start from the list. Okay, we're going to go through. So, remember. So, let's go through it. The Reiki level 1, attunement, did it do this? Expands the main energy channels on the student's body, allowing universal energy, also known as Ki, Chi, and Ki, so one with QI and one with Ki, to flow more freely and deeply. After my Reiki attunement, what I feel right now, what I felt after I walked out the door when everything was done, I felt lighter. And I felt like the wind blowing had more meaning. I felt like nature had more meaning. Like when I used to be in nature when I was little. I felt like that again. That came back. Okay? So that did something. Okay. Clear blockages. I would say so. I haven't felt any of that for any 14 years of me even going to church at all. That's the type of evidence I was looking for, to feel that something was working like for real. And I felt that. Alright? Just like how y'all get sleep paralysis and you feel that. It was as real as that. Okay? So clearing blockages, I'm gonna say yes. Because it felt like an astral projection, but I didn't actually leave my body. I was just in a whole different deep meditation of space. Put it that way. Okay, so we did Reiki level 1, allowing the practitioner to connect to universal life force energy, which flows from the cosmos through the crown of the head and down to the heart and hands. I didn't feel any tingling in my crown or above my head. I didn't feel any racing in my heartbeat or anything like that. And my hands. Not by my hands, not by themselves. I didn't feel anything in my hands by themselves, but yes, I can feel them get warm when I do like this. Not always. Some of the people that laid down, my hands was cold. So I think the Reiki healing, the Reiki energy itself, attuned me before I had my attunement. It flowed through me the way it needed to be for the specific people. Because for her, I felt a shock. For Anne, I felt the shock. For like Chinese lady and another lady, the pink lady, I felt coolness in my hands. For the guy, it was really warm. So it was like different energies coming through.
Well, the teacher said it was going to be different. Like everybody's experience with Reiki is going to be different. Nobody's experience is going to be exactly the same.
She was right. There you go. No, just to let y'all know that something is happening. That's why I want to let y'all know. Okay, yes, it's doing something. Okay, you will have some type of experience. Not the same as another.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, unless like for the teacher did say that there was an occasion where when you have people who come in and they're skeptical and they're skeptics, then
you have something else really big on your mind.
Yeah.
Like you have an depressing engagement. Like you have to have free time. Do it in your free time. Do it when you're on your day off. Do it when you don't have any pressing appointments. That's what you gotta do, okay?
Yeah, we'll do it with a clear and honest conscience too, where you're open to stuff, to not just be blocked up and like I don't want to do, you know. I think that's what helped people in the class, to be open.
Alright, so it says many experience physical symptoms of energy in their palms after the first attunement, including tingling, coolness, or heat. Do I feel that right now? Yes, I do. I've been feeling it ever since. Yeah.
You do?
I've been feeling that ever since. I still feel it. This is the type of heat I've felt, although more intensely, whenever I told y'all about
what you did in the last video.
Yeah, when I did my last video, talking about healing my pastor.
Yes.
Okay,
The pastor.
Yeah, the pastor. Like I'm not attending church. Former pastor. For me. Okay, so let's see if any of the level 2 stuff or level 3 stuff happened during this level 1 for me. Let's see. Okay, expanded opening of the energy channels. I don't know. I don't really feel like I'm not familiar with my meridians to know that. So I don't know. Okay. The Reiki's, okay, so the symbols didn't get into, that's Reiki level 2. Okay. Focuses on opening the central channel even more with an emphasis on the heart chakra. Invoking their qualities as well as distant healing for the symbols. Didn't do any of that, so no symbol stuff. So basically, symbols level 2 only. Okay, I didn't do work with that, so I didn't feel anything with that. Let's see about the Reiki master. Anything? Master levels taught in a wide range of methods. Which path feels right for you? Spend time with service or select the master. So that stuff I was expecting there didn't do any of that. So there you go. I only focused and I only experienced the level 1 Reiki healing, and the level 1. You know what? I can't call it level 1 Reiki healing because everybody that was a student there or in the class, who knows how long they've been studying and practicing.
Well, yeah, but we just call it Reiki level 1.
But I'm just letting y'all know that Reiki level 1, you know, it was supposed to be an attunement, but that was like some type of healing, just random by different stages of length and times of practice. Okay, so there y'all go. Now I'm going to tell you. Before me and her went, I did a meditation on YouTube called Awakening the Third Eye in 5 minutes. I did that. Okay, before I went. So that's something I did.
What?
Did you want to explain or say anything that you did before you went there? Your prep work?
Well, I just did a chakra. I just did a chakra tune-up, and then I did like my qigong. And I did qigong because I was tired because of a neighbor upstairs. But anyway, and I had to gather energy, so that's what I did in particular. But I think it would have been better if I would have had like food, and I had been like fully more sleep and more food. I think I would have been better, but I'm kind of saving. I think for me that when it comes to the chakras, like in the dimension of the chakras, I think that that's going to be more so enhanced for me with level 2. I think that's going to be something because the teacher did kind of hint at me and somebody else in the class doing level 2 because I guess maybe she feels like that's where we're going to get what we need. And that's what I'm looking for is towards the chakras because that's what I work on is chakras and stuff like that because for me chakras are more, you know, real and stuff and I work with them a lot. So I think that that's going to be good. I didn't take a whole boatload of crystals like anyone did, you know, like to get energy. I mean, I just have like, you know, the crystals that I wear every single time that I wear. So, you know, and I mean, yeah, well, I'm sorry, there's that one and this one and that one. Yeah. So I just have all the crystals I normally wear, and then I keep on. So, you know, they were tuned with the energy since they were on me and stuff like that. I was kind of wondering if the wearing the crystals were going to do, like, if they were going to, I was hoping it wouldn't, like, get in the way of anything, but it wasn't like the teacher said take them off because the teacher herself was wearing crystals. So, that's something I think helped was with crystals and stuff. So, you know, I'm really excited about, you know, where this is going to be going and stuff and seeing what happens and stuff. and like we'll both probably have update videos of like what happens, when we have new experiences or feel certain things. I know that AnJuan just kind of had an experience before he started making the video. Uh, when he sat down to do this video, so.
Oh, she's right. See that chair she's sitting in? That's the chair I usually sit in all the time when I come out from work, or on my days off. That's my computer chair. So, Butterfly Spirit here has been feeling tired. Okay. So I went to get ready to do this video, and I sat in the chair. Now, as soon as I sat in the chair, I looked at her. I said, "Sweetie Cheeks, are you tired?" And my sweetie cheeks said, "Yeah, feeling tired." And I said, "Because when I sat in the chair, I felt tired." And then she said, "What, are you empathic now?" And I was like, "Oh," "Oh shoot." I didn't realize that something else had happened until right then, because I'd never done that.
Well, we're gonna see if it becomes more.
Yeah, we'll
as
see.
time goes on. We'll kind of see what happens. Hopefully, my neighbor moves out by then. So.
All right, so I know y'all asking, well, where's the certificate? Where's the proof?
Well, the thing is with the certificate, this unusual thing happened. So basically, the thing was that the teacher was supposed to. She had us like write our names down on index cards, like when we first got there. Put our emails down and stuff. And what happened was that she was talking to us about like while we were doing like the healing over people and stuff, she was trying to get the certificates ready, and she was like checking people's spelling of people's names and stuff. Like before that, I think. But what happened was it's like somehow like when she was trying to get the certificates printed out with people's names on it and like find the file to do it and everything. What happened was like she was having trouble doing it. And I guess I think her phone, I don't know if her phone or her computer was corrupted or something, some kind of thing.
She said she said that somebody had scrambled the files. I have a sneaking suspicion that it was maybe her daughter, not on purpose, but we was in a salon in the back, and her daughter works in the salon, while her mom, which was teaching us the Reiki stuff, was being the managers and stuff for that salon, and she was working on some people's hair. I just have a sneaky suspicion that the files for the Reiki stuff was also, some files that maybe her daughter needed, which is why they ended up getting scrambled or lost. That's just a suspicion.
Well, to me, I didn't really get that suspicion. What I kind of thought was, I kind of thought that there was, I don't know what really happened. The only thing I know is that like, for me, there was like a negative, some type of thing that I think was negative that was trying to get in the way of her giving us their certificates and stuff. And one thing too, which sucks about us not getting our certificates, is like on the website for the place that offers a class or whatever, is the fact that they take pictures and stuff, and we didn't get a chance to take pictures with our certificates and stuff, which is something that they would normally do, which kind of sucks. So now we have to wait to get them in the mail and stuff like that. And I'm gonna make sure like that I get that damn certificate, because I'm not gonna have something where I pay for it and then we both pay for it and then don't get it.
I'm gonna frame that bad boy. I want that on my wall. Shoot.
I'm gonna get another copy of the certificate just so I have like a backup certificate, and like of course I'm gonna take a picture with my own certificate, and stuff just to prove and stuff, because people don't believe you did something unless you have a certificate or something like that.
Where's the proof?
So
we'll get it.
So that's one thing, but I would say that the first class was pretty good, and stuff. I don't think I would change anything about it. I would have liked to have seen one thing with the class. I would have liked to have seen more guys being in the class. Like I would have liked there have been like half guys, half girls. I would have thought that would have been nicer, because like in a lot of the pictures on their website, I don't see like as many guys. Like, so I think it'd be cool because I think guys can be healers too and stuff like that. I think it's pretty awesome.
There was a older lady there. She been fighting off cancer, so she was there for that. The guy there, he was there to help deal with schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And then one of the other girls there was there to deal with the loss of her husband being a widow. Another lady was there.
I think she
and
had a disease. She had some type of disease. I can't remember what it was.
She wanted to fix it. But they all seemed to had ran into these problems. Well, the women did, because being single mother, like they ran into them after the man left, and boom, they're a single mother, and now here come all the problems. So, I mean, and the good thing is that you know that they're nice people or they're good people because they all had animals. Every one of us had a pet, and so that shows you that we have some type of love for the little creatures, the little animals, you know, dog, cat, whatever. For me, it's little rodents and dogs. I never, you know. That lets you know. Anything you want to say, Ryan?
I mean, I'm hungry, but
all right, we about to eat. Thank you for tuning in to AnJuan, your hero. And remember, if you're new, okay, this person right here is Butterfly Spirit 314. Subscribe, comment. After you get yours done, tell us what happened with your Reiki level 1 attunement. Let us know. So, for me, like I said, the group with the whole class doing the Reiki, that was more effective for me. And for my Reiki attunement, didn't really feel anything. Just felt like a memory. Okay.
But I was gonna say, just thought about it. The reason we did do a video, like I did a video on my channel or whatever, Butterfly Spirit 314, and he's doing a video too, and we're doing videos on this, is because when we went on YouTube before, like we did the Reiki level 1 class, we went on YouTube to try to find out people's experiences. There was one lady's experience. Her video was pretty good, but I think she was talking about all the classes together or whatever, like that she did. But we wanted to do videos about each of the classes with our experience, because other people's videos we came across, they didn't really talk about what it was like to be in a Reiki class and what it was like. And I think it's really important because there's other people who are going to take a Reiki level 1, 2, or 3 class and stuff, and they're going to want to know, what does it go like? And we wanted to kind of share that experience, you know, the male and female experience and stuff about that, you know, which was different. Of course, my version of it is like on my channel and stuff, where I'm like go more in detail and stuff. But I think that the thing is, it's just like, you know, Reiki is for, you know, men and women. You know, it's for anybody, you know, healthy or, you know, going through a disease or something. I mean, anybody can be a healer and stuff like that. And it's not only for people to say healing is only for Jesus or anything. It's not only Christianity. It's nothing like that. You know, I just kind of want to throw that up there because
I remember
people are going to say that.
For 14 years, I was going to being a Christian. I did not feel anything like I felt with the Reiki energy.
Well, I know people are going to say, oh, well, only the pastors can do that, or only, I mean, people are going to throw that out there and say that or whatever. Oh, my pastor or my minister can do that, but, you know, can nobody else do that? And if you're doing this witchcraft or something or demonic. Well, so I just thought I'd throw that out there.
If they want to holler witchcraft, then what are you doing baptizing people? That's voodoo. You dunk people underwater, New Sage, and you do that to get rid of spiritual demons. That's one of the laws of voodoo. And then
there's rituals that are performed throughout churches. Like in the Bible, it says that you're not supposed to worship idols. But then in the Catholic church that I went to, they had basically idols that were statues of the different saints. So I thought that was kind of funny that they say you can't worship idols, but yet there's idols. And maybe outside churches that you see, there's basically a statue of a saint. So there are idols. So it's kind of funny that people are saying that.
I mean, there's a cross.
Oh yeah, and
there's a picture of Jesus.
And something else about idols too that I was going to say is people worship people worship celebrities like they're idols, you know. So
Yeah.
that's kind of
Celebrity
funny.
idols.
Yeah, yeah. There's a
Will
what's
Smith
that
is
show?
my idol. You know what I'm saying?
What's that TV show?
American Idol.
Yeah. So that's exactly what people are not supposed to be doing, but they're doing it anyway, even though it goes against the Bible. So that's kind of.
If you don't believe us, go type in the video. Go type in YouTube where people are saying, "Leave Jay-Z alone,"
Or leave Beyonce alone.
Beyonce's baby bump alone. Go
Yeah,
watch how
the
emotional
guy,
they get.
the girl had an emotional. No, I think it was a guy or a girl or something.
They both did.
But yeah, this Reiki is for anybody. It's not something that's tied down to a religion. It is something that's spiritual. It's something that is natural to you. Everybody has energy, has the ability to heal. The thing is do you have the confidence to go and heal people, to do it, you know, and, you know, just be comfortable with it and know that it works for, you know, for anybody, you know, and stuff. I mean, I know there's people who are going to say, well, I'd rather take medicine and do something like that. But you, like you heard from what he said about the teacher, who's a Reiki master healing her son who was screaming about, you know, getting surgery. Well, she managed to fix that. Me, I've had a Reiki healing done before. And it was basically fixing an injury that I didn't even know was in the back of my head, that I got from a concussion that doctors didn't even admit that I had. I had to go to a Reiki healing session to find out that I had that, you know, that I had a gash in the back of my head that was impacting my brain and stuff. I had to find that out and get that healed. And that helped me. I did a video on that anyway about my Reiki healing. But, you know, this stuff really does work. You know, I've had proof that it worked for me. But yeah, this stuff actually does work, you know? So there's nothing demonic about it.
Also, I don't know if it makes a difference, but I'm going to get this deodorant we just so happened to get from like a place that was getting out free food. They gave us deodorant, and it has nothing in it. So that's what I have on right now. So it might, you know how they say aluminum affects your brain and it affects your energy and all that from your deodorant. I'm gonna get that for you. I'll show you what that looks like, because maybe it might have impacted something. Maybe it did. This is what it looks like. I ain't trying to advertise. I'm just trying to help y'all out. All right.
So yeah, there you go. It's called
yeah, go ahead.
It's called Crystal. It's funny. Crystal Essence. It's a mineral deodorant. It's like a roll-on deodorant. So this video isn't being sponsored or anything. So don't think we're getting paid for it, because we're not. It's an all-natural protection deodorant. It's like a liquid deodorant. It's made from pomegranate, paraben-free, hypoallergenic and stuff. It's like 66 milliliters. It's no aluminum and no chlorohydrate in it, which is really good and stuff. It's a natural deodorant protection, safer environment, prevents body odor for 24 hours. Yeah, so this is and I'm trying to get this. Yeah, it's probably because of the light. There you go.
Y'all see what it looks like? Just type in Crystal Essence.
Yeah, Crystal Essence, pomegranate mineral deodorant roll-on, or whatever and stuff. And if you want to know what it is, maybe we can, you know, give you the link to the picture of it if you can't see it or whatever. But yeah, that's what maybe did help. But you know, for us, it did work. Yes, Reiki can be practiced by Black people. I just want to say that because I know that he mentioned that there was an Asian lady and us being the only two Black people, and we're a Black couple, and then there's white people in the class and stuff. But yeah, you know, as you guys can see, like what we said in the last collab that we did, which was, I think, people pretending they're spiritual but giving general information. With that, guys, I mean, it's something where, you know, we're actually practicing this, you know, doing spiritual practice. You know, we're actually doing that. We're not just seeing synchronicities and taking a picture of it saying, see, I seen a synchronicity. You know, we're actually doing stuff like Reiki, and, you know, we're actually going in and putting our experience in.
It was from Healing Today, and it was $75. Just let you know.
It was $75 per person.
Yeah, per person.
But I mean, we're gonna go to the level 2, which is gonna be, I think it was $85.
There you go. Because you want to know
It was
the price
$85.
No.
So it's $85, just less than $100. What the lady did say from the person that had learned it, the lady who took it to Hawaii or whatever, that learned it for Dr. Ursai, whatever. What she did was she charged $10,000 for it because she felt like people would respect it if it was $10,000. But you know, I think
And
that's a
only
lot of money.
and only 20 people. Only 20 people she passed it down to. They could afford that during the time whenever that date was on, whatever the date was. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think it's good for it to be inexpensive, you know, for us to be able to pass healing on to other people, you know, and do what we can to help people and stuff. And I feel that it's really great that we can learn to heal without having to be a doctor or something like that. We actually have our own natural energy that we can heal
And
with.
she's so right. I felt it from everybody. It was all at once. When I laid down, it took like 3 seconds before they all started, and then it was just boom, like a switch. Like you turn the light on, boom, there it was, all over me. Okay.
Yeah, that reminds me of I know I'm gonna have a future in Reiki because of a dream I had with Reiki where I was like healing this dog and I had a burst of energy in that dream, but it was me trying to get used to it and understand the energy. So, I mean, I know I'm gonna have a future in it. He's gonna definitely have a future in it, you know, but we're actually getting like certified and serious about it. So, you know, and this is, and I know this is going to help him. Reiki is going to definitely help him because I know anyone's going to be trying to do it for astral projection and lucid dreaming to tell you guys kind of how it goes and stuff like that too. So,
Yeah.
you know, we're going to be 2 Reiki masters and we're hoping to have it done before like, I think by March we'll be Reiki masters and stuff like that. I mean,
Right.
for me, I think I'm going to be like doing a little bit more practice, you know, before I kind of get into healing people. But yeah, I know we are both called to healing people, you know.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah.
We got other stuff in our family, people in our family.
Yeah, who need healing and they need it and stuff like that. And so I think that's something that we're going to be drawn to, and I think that that's good to pass it off to people. Now in the class they did say that that at hospitals and these different other places that they're doing Reiki. I don't know if I believe that. I went to a hospital and I haven't seen that, and I don't see how people could give that energy, especially in the hospital atmospheres that we've seen. So, you know, I've never heard of them
in the state of
saying that.
Missouri, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, we live in Missouri in the United States, and we've never heard of people doing Reiki and stuff like that. I don't know if that's something they have to say during the class. Maybe that is.
Well, I mean, I can understand why. They're all Christian hospitals.
Yeah, so
Don't believe in that stuff, you know?
yeah, they think it's like demonic or something. But you know, putting your hands on people, I think that was just an amazing experience.
Yeah. Not when I felt all that pressure, nobody touched me. Nobody touched me physically. So I'm just letting y'all know that.
Oh, yeah.
They put their hands out, and I felt it come out of them, pressuring me down with no physical touch.
Yeah, and there was, I mean, and it was a nice ambiance too there. So, and everybody's energy was good. It was good, and we actually all learned from each other, especially with the Asian lady who was talking about ancient Chinese medicine and stuff. That was kind of interesting. I loved how everybody kind of brought out something that they knew. Now, for me, what I'm probably going to be a big benefit when it comes to the Reiki level 2 class with the chakras. I'm probably going to be that person who's going to be able to talk about this and that, you know, when it comes to getting into that. But yeah, we had a pretty great experience with it, and you know, it's great that AnJuan decided to have me be in the video and he shares experience because there's going to be people who are going to watch this video and they're going to say, oh well, they're going to try to nitpick and stuff like that, and if it's only you, they just come up with, oh well, that didn't work, they're lying or whatever. But with 2 people they can't.
2 different experiences,
yeah,
male and female. Now I messed up, y'all. I messed up with a person there. The Asian lady. I messed up with her because I had a preconceived notion that she wasn't nice. Simply because she walked past me and her while we was getting some tea. and she looked at us in our eyes. I said hello. She didn't say anything, and I just attributed that with other memories I have of when I walk around daily saying hi to people when they look me dead in my eyes. Women, a small amount of men, some black girls or whatever, white, same thing. So I thought she would be like that. Turns out she was a helpful person, and I believe that she just needed to warm up to people that she don't know. With that, I can
Well, yeah, and I think everybody was kind of like that. You know, like I said, none of us knew each other. We all just came together, you know, and we all, you know, we warmed up to each other, you know, and I think that that was good. I'm glad that we're going to take our time, though, with getting to level 2 and level 3, like, because like I said, next month, but that's not that far away. Today's the January 21st, so that's not that far away. So next,
we went in at 10 o'clock, and I think we didn't finish till 4.
Yeah,
and
so
right
it's
now
like,
it's 10
yeah,
o'clock. So we only had, like I said, I only had a bowl of cereal and a
yeah,
little
so
cup
we're gonna
of
go
food.
and eat or
So
whatever.
we're going to eat. But I'm going to let y'all know, before I go, what effects am I feeling right now after having all that done? I feel lighter. I feel like I want to go outside and feel the wind. My hands feel warm, and I still have that surrounding pressure feeling around me. Not as strong, but it's like 20% there, enough for me to feel. That's what I have. Okay. This has been AnJuan, your hero.
And I'm Butterfly Spirit 314.
Thanks for watching, y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.